Holy shit. Oh, that was bad. It happened again. That's like the second time it's ever happened. Dude, my wallpaper got annihilated. Is there only one VOD, right? There's only one VOD right now. Hold up. Jesus, everything is gone wrong. Holy shit, what was that? Yeah, hi Corruptify. Holy fuck. Why is Discord just frozen? Quit Discord. Close that. I'm relaunching the game. I had to relaunch. I gotta relaunch this. It's not responding. Okay, there we go. What was that sound? Oh, what the heck? What is going on? Sorry, the stream might freak out for a second. Are we good? Hi, Stardust Cell. Holy shit. Yeah, everything like fucking imploded. OBS just fucking died on me. I don't know, it's like it happened the moment I pressed start broadcast. Is the stream completely fine now? Yeah, it's like the Minecraft crashed, OBS crashed, Discord froze. Like the nightlight on my computer completely just disabled. Hi Icy, welcome back. I do recognize that name. I have not watched the Minecraft movie. I don't know. I just didn't. I think I've said it the moment, I said this the moment it got announced that I didn't care. I was like, this movie doesn't look faithful to the source material. And I don't think this game is getting the respect it deserves in its movie. And that's why I just didn't care. I wasn't interested in playing it. Also, I really hope nothing, like I was doing a couple things before I started the stream. I hope it saved it. Yeah, I was meaning to start in the world, but I had to reload the entire thing. Yeah, it's it's just normal streamer stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I could probably find the movie on some dodgy website that happens to offer every movie in existence, but I don't know. I don't even think it's worth pirating. I just don't feel like watching this movie. Okay, so one nifty item I found. People only went to watch the movie for the absolute brain rot that came with it, which I don't think is like a fun reason to go see a movie in my opinion. I don't know. I don't care about movies in that way. I discovered you can make a clipboard. You can make a clipboard and you can you can just write down everything you want to do inside it. One second. I want to it'll be better for my eyes if I do this. Oh wow, that is like broken as shit. One second. Will it allow me to just change the nightlight slightly? Yes, it does. Good. Jesus. Yeah, it was like everything was so white. I had to turn the light down for a second. Yeah, clipboard is a great thing. And since we're starting the stream a little earlier, it's because I had a lot of things I wanted to get done. And I have an entire page on this clipboard of all the things that I think are important that I need to do. Do you think computers are truly random? I can't believe you need a machine to make a clipboard in Greg. Yeah, I think I've seen that too. It's been so long since I've been in one of your streams. Yeah, I recognize your name. I just don't remember what stream you were originally from. I don't exactly remember. Are computers truly random? I don't know. I guess that's a weird question. Usually they're not. It's like I am aware that in certain programming languages there are ways to simulate randomness because there are certain functions and built-in methods that you can like put into Python, or I think Python and JavaScript have both those things, where it's like it's going to give you a random like string of numbers between 0 and 1 or something, and you can control it from there. Yeah, in my opinion, they're predetermined. Yeah, I think pretty much every calculation from a computer is like predetermined from somewhere. So, of the things I want to do, I wanted to upgrade the world tier that is based in Apotheosis, and you have to collect a bunch of different equipment to do so, because I want to get that as far as I can. Auto crafting was already a given. I said that last stream that we were going to do that at some point in the future. Mystical agriculture automation. I saw a video of someone doing mystical agriculture stuff, and I was like, that looks great. I'm going to steal that idea and most likely use it for myself. There's a mob farm that is also in the works. We'll probably use Apotheosis spawners. Primarily, I want wither skeletons first. That ties into killing the wither. And I also want to take advantage of hostile neural networks to just collect data on the wither, so I don't need to keep killing one. And I can just automate the collection of his drops. I came from that one time you played Plastic Duck Simulator. Oh, Jesus, that was a year ago or so. That's scary to think. I was still in school at the time. I'm now just a person trying to find a job. I also, this is a weird item on the list. There is the spicy stir-fry farm. I was messing around in creative mode, because apparently Pam's Harvest Craft is in this. And I have not seen any, like, Pam's Harvest Craft plants that you can pick up. So that surprised me when I found out that mod was in this. So I was like, okay, let's see what kind of food item we can make that takes the least amount of effort to make, that would give us the most hunger and saturation. And I came across an item called spicy stir-fry. Let me show you what I mean. So spicy, or it's not called spicy stir fry. I think it's pepper stir fry. Yeah, pepper stir fry. I came across this item. So it takes bell peppers, it takes chili peppers, it takes garlic, and it takes soy sauce that is made with a juicer and soybeans. You can buy all of these plants from the farmer's market. So the farmer's market is also in this. Where is it? Yeah, goddamn, that's strong. Yeah, can you check for a P8 juice? What, P8? Oh, what the fuck? This food is not nourishing enough to improve your health. But goddamn, is that thing... Wait, what the heck? Yeah, wait, hold up. How did I not know about this? Wait, what is this? What do you need to make this? So you can, like, use pumpkins? You can use... What items? Can you use pretty much any vegetable? Wait, let me make a juicer first of all. What the heck? Yeah, what are we doing here? Why have we not made this? So I need clay. Oh no, where am I possibly going to get the resources to smelt this much clay? There we go, it's done. Alright, let's make a juicer. We'll need this later anyway. So what? I feel like when you play Minecraft with too many mods, it feels more like a fever dream. It is a fever dream. We're not doing anything that is Minecraft related, as you can, if you couldn't tell. I clutched it big time. I mean, that's cool and all, but I think the pepper stir fry is like more fun to make. Because I was like, oh, we should make this at some point. Let me fly over to the nearest village and just steal their crops. Steal their crops again. Because I want to say there was like a greenhouse that I didn't really dig through that held some vegetables that I actually wanted. That's also... Seems to be, we're gonna need to break in the side here. And Greg, you need stainless steel for a juicer? Why? Why must it be that way? Alright, let's take some of the tomatoes. I guess, like, did you mention it can be any vegetable? So here's 15 onions. Does that count? No, it doesn't. Game froze, 1 second. Oh, wait, does it have to be, wait. Ketchup. Saturation is busted? Does it have to be... What vegetables can it be? Does it have to be, can it be carrots? Potato is best? Alright, we need to find some potatoes around here. I need to grow my own potatoes, first of all. I don't know why I haven't already. Is there a greenhouse here that nobody is looking at? This is not what I want. Yeah, I need to find some other stuff. Yeah, there's like jetpacks, there's different machinery, there's all these wacky things that you can do in this. It's crazy stuff. There's crazy stuff you can do in this world. That is a lovely chest plate. Holy shit, that is a lovely chest plate. Why was that just randomly in that chest? Wait, hold up. So uncommon leggings. Yeah, so in order to increase the world tier, we need to find certain pieces of equipment. Juicer was kind of painful to get in Ozone Skyblock. Yeah, in Project Ozone, it was just really, really easy to get, and you can make apple juice. However, in Project Ozone, you can also cook apples. Cooking apples, for some reason, just gave you way more Way more saturation and hunger than I expected. Is this... Have I looked through here? I have. Okay. What the hell did I miss ever since I haven't been in one of your streams? What have I done? So, I got into modded Terraria. I've played Calamity mod. I've been building up a forever world for Minecraft. I've been, you know, dabbling in some other games that I might be interested in. And, I think I might have shown my underwear at least twice at this point. Yeah, I think that's all that's really happened. Where's the... What's this? Is that anything? No. Okay. That chest had a potato, did it? Did it? So I was digging through everything too quickly. I didn't see it. I will need that. I actually do need these gems too. Stream delay. My despised. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal if we don't get it off the bat. But yeah, at some point I would like to grow my own potatoes. Alright, here's some potatoes. Yeah, let me see this. So if I toss a potato here and juice the potatoes, it creates the P8 juice. I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why you would ever want to juice potatoes. That is absolutely disgusting. I don't know. What other vegetable would you not want to put in like a blender? Like, what's the worst vegetable you could put in a blender? What kind of disgusting garbage could you put in there? Maybe you couldn't have told me about the last part of what you did. I mean, you wanted the full update. Me and my friends were laughing so hard when I first made this. What, with the P8 juice? I don't know, all this work I was about to put in is just mashed potatoes. Yeah, but if you mashed it to the point where it became juice, like potato juice, all this work, we could have had a P8. Where's this? Is there any other chests that I haven't dug through? I mean, like, there's all this. Wait, is that what I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, perfect. That was actually what I was looking for. So this pair of leggings is what I needed to activate the next world tier. So, how I believe this works is that when you activate a new world tier, it makes it so, like, higher rarities of loot begin to spawn inside chests. It also makes monsters in the world slightly stronger. I also believe it's like, it affects every chest that has yet to be opened in our world. Also, it's also red for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why it became red. I'm not really sure. You know, one thing I've always been scared of when eating vegetables or fruit is that, like, there's an insect that's still, like, inside it. That's still inside it. That's something I've always been scared of. I remember when we bought, like, a bundle of corn. My dad bought a bundle of corn one time, and there was just a caterpillar just inside it. There was a caterpillar just chilling in it. And we just, like, left it out. We just, like, sent it outside. Ooh, blood potato? Yeah, blood potato. But honestly, yeah, that's really, really good. Do I have any bones? I mean, we were planning to make a mob farm. We were planning to make a mob farm sometime today. And it was going to be wither skeletons. We were planning to use wither skeletons. Let me make... Do I have a hoe lying around? I'll make a diamond one for the hell of it. Yeah, I'm just going to go up here, and I'm just going to maybe find a place to grow these. Alright, potato farm, higher priority. Yeah, we could do that. I'm thinking, like, how unnecessary does this need to be? I mean, I really just need... What the fuck? Oh, that was a raccoon. I really just need a spot to plant this, and then I'm just gonna bone meal it, okay? I don't know, I think this, the pepper stir fry sounds more important to me. Make one techno would be proud of. Well, it's like, I don't know if I'd ever live up to it. That's the other problem. I don't think I'd ever live up to it. I don't know, we can make a bunch of potatoes that sustain us to the point where we had to, where we get the stir fry. I just cooked so hard with this idea I just had. And what's your idea? What are you doing? What idea have you concocted inside your mind? Alright, so this... Now that should hold us over for a while. What are the pros of stir fry? HP boost? So, a stir fry gives you 5 shanks of hunger and 12 saturation. What's with you guys at potatoes? I don't know. That's just something we did today. There's nothing that has to do with potatoes. It was something that was established just right now. Alright, I also, like, wanted to start the beginnings of another room inside the building. It's like there's auto crafting that I want to do. There's too much that needs to be done. There's too much. I think what I want to do is I want to go to a roguelike dungeon and find some more equipment. So what is this? There's these pockets of liquid in Nether called blood, and I could use the liquid as an alternative to water. Interesting. I've never heard of such a tactic. Let me... Also, what I wanted to do... These gems... I want to throw this, and throw this. Watch this. That makes that. So this is an important item for Apotheosis. All like the weapon reforging and all the like weird gem socket improvements you can do to weapons, it starts with this. I need to make a salvager. Not a salvager, it's a recycler? What is this thing called? Give me a second. I'm trying to remember what this thing was called. Let me do add Apotheosis. Yeah, it was called like, a salvaging table. It wasn't called a salvager. So I want to make something called a salvaging station. So we're gonna need this. We're gonna need some other garbage to actually that's composed of this crafting recipe. I might... Oh, I already had a lava bucket lying around. So this salvaging table is part of the process. This is basically any Apotheosis weapons and armor we find. We can toss in here and recycle it. Let me check if I have anything that fits said criteria. Like, for example, these boots I'm not using. This sword I'm not using. There was literally an item I was carrying and I threw it in there. Yeah, there's this. Wow, we have a lot of random garbage. Yeah, the higher the tier, the better, because then I can reforge things in the higher tiers. That's what I'm primarily interested in. And that's why I want to go into a roguelike dungeon to find some more stuff. Don't do that. So, all of this garbage. I feel like a goddamn caveman watching you do this. I learned all this an hour ago, by the way. I figured all this stuff an hour ago. Like, how to do any of this. So, mysterious scrap, time-worn fabric. This stuff is used for other things we need to craft. So, we'll take this with us. We'll leave the dust inside here. Let's go find a roguelike dungeon and just dig through it. Because I just want to find some more loot. So, I think what we need... more scrap. What we need to increase the world tier now is to equip rare leggings, equip a rare helmet, slay the wither, and equip rare boots. So we're going to also need to grab a swab, because I think I'm going to need to go back. Well, I'll need a waystone, and I'm also going to need a swab, because I want to go back into the nether and find myself a wither skeleton. Because I don't know if there's wither skeleton spawners that you can find anywhere, so I'm not going to worry about it, and we're instead just going to, like, stick a swab into a wither skeleton and steal his DNA, and we can make a spawner out of him, essentially. Alright, let me go back into the nether, because I need to... We definitely had a nether fortress marked out. I guess that's one reason that I saved... I needed the location of a... what's it called? A nether fortress. That's one of the reasons I still needed one. Oh god. Okay, just deal with the lag. Where is this fortress? I don't know, maybe we can find a wither skeleton here, but I think I can find one more likely over here. I have a jetpack too, so traveling in the nether is hardly an inconvenience, unless it runs out of power very awkwardly, in a very awkward position. Who in the fuck? Father Marissa, the Shimmering. I mean, let me go say hi to them. Well, that guy's got a bow. Okay, well, I don't think there's any hope for him. He had a bow. I wasn't sure how strong he was going to be. He was a purple-tiered enemy. He was a purple-tiered enemy, so I wasn't really sure if I could take him. Alright, I just need one wither skeleton. Also, there's some chests here that I suppose we can grab. Oh, wait, that's actually important. These are... I want to say those aren't easy to make. This wither skeleton, or this nether fortress, seems kind of pathetic. However, there's some nice stuff here. Compressed stone, moonstone. I don't know if that's important. A nether banana. Maybe that's important. Origins of darkness. Oh, hey, what's up? 1 second. Hold still. Alright, give me that. Alright, see you later. The slime pearl goated? Yeah, I want to say I need the slime pearl for something. I want to say you can make these things called lily pads of fertility, and you need slime pearls for that. What else do I need? Hi. Was there anything else here in the nether that I wanted? Used for lily pad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, I like how you think. I was thinking the exact same thing. I want to say they changed how the lily pad is made. Do you mind, sir? I want to say they changed how this was crafted. Yeah, it's like, this is the new recipe for the item. What in the Jesus? Permorb the Undoubtable. Where is he? He's somewhere over there. It's like, maybe I should make an effort to actually fight these guys. That is a strong looking dude. So I'll need to catch him at his most vulnerable. Oh, Jesus. All right. I've got him at his most... I've got him right where I want him. Because I wasn't really sure if I could take this guy. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, Jesus. I was like, where the fuck is he? Hold up. I need to think this over. No. Don't come back. You weren't supposed to leave. It's like, it would be in our best interest to kill this guy. Oh, what's up? I don't know, he didn't do that much damage. Then again, I didn't want to take any chances here. Ow. Alright. I think I got him stuck. I think he's stuck. Ow. Alright. Just the piglin being like, what's up, homie? Did I read that message already? I still have a habit of doing that. Yeah, he has like slight thorns as well. But it's honestly not enough to kill me. Ow. Yeah, hopefully this will be a gateway to much better equipment. Alright, he's dead. So what do I get for that? That is a diamond chestplate. What is this? So when attacked, gain 5 game resistance. Physical damage taken is reduced by 10%. Item ignores 26% of durability damage. It also has thorns too. Enables Elytra flight. I mean, that'd be really cool if I didn't already have a jetpack. Alright, thanks. I guess I'll wear it. Yeah, I could use the equipment. That's not too bad. Well, honestly, yeah, I'll take anything at this point. So what do we have here? So we have a rare chestplate. I think it's like rare chestplate or higher. That's what you need to do to gain anything from this. What the fuck are those things? I'm just gonna go home. They weren't bugging me, but I was like, what is that? Oh god, lag. It also counts towards the final ascension. Yeah, I think it counts towards the next tier of ascension as well, now that I've got this. Oh shit, I forgot to put a waystone there. I mean, that's not that big of a deal. What else do I need to do? I said I was gonna go find a roguelike dungeon. I needed to go find one because I thought it'd be a better place to find better gear. Or maybe the nether might be a better choice, just like flying around the nether and waiting for enemies to pull up. That sounds like that might be a more viable strategy. Also, the quarry from last episode, from last stream, is still running. So we're still collecting a lot more stuff. Like, look at this. Look at all the Certus we've got. We have 1,000 Certus and 1,000 Certus dust. We can do whatever the hell we want now. I brought the wrong cobblestone. So I want... And we'll bring some endstone. Yeah, just like, I need a block that I can use to keep the enemy from touching me. Yeah, goddamn. Exactly. We're in a great position. I'm also considering getting rid of this. I don't really know if I'm going to be working with mine colonies. And I was just like, when I placed down this camp, I wasn't sure if I was going to. I don't know. I'm not incredibly fond of mine colonies. I might end up never using this. That is also nice, though. Oh, wow, there was a stack of potatoes in here the entire time. And wooden tools. Yeah, I think there's some hidden items that you can take from the camp that spawns there. From the camp that you can initially spawn. I guess we'll just keep that in here. Take the P8 with us. Wait, can I use slash back? Yeah, okay, I can use slash back, and we can just come back here and finish our business. Oh, jeez. That elytra flight is slightly, like, it's really weird. Did I also... God damn it. Did I put away the waystone? Let me go back and get it. I don't know, it's because I completely forgot I could just use slash back. Father Garage Mite. Alright. I don't know, maybe we'll just goof around. We'll just goof around in this area until we find something of note. Honestly, maybe we'll find a chest plate that doesn't give me a elytra flight. Can I, like, turn this off? I just want to make sure I'm in a elytra flight here. Is this even saving power? You think this is saving power? I don't know, it feels weird to use. It does? Ooh. Ooh. Give me that. What are they gonna do? No one was around here. It's just that pressing space makes you go up. Alright, cool. I don't know, so like, what's stopping me? It's like, I could probably do this in the end, too. If I just wander around and then just wait for a powerful enemy to spawn. Because we're at a point where it seems like these invaders can spawn more consistently. Otherwise, it's a normal elytra. Yeah, I honestly want to see... I want to go to the end. I want to see if we can find any more of these enemies in the end. That was a good haul, though. 16 gold blocks. How much power do we have? 8.2 million. So, what I need... We'll keep the swab in there, too. Throw this away. I don't know if they spawn too they'll spawn too frequently. I mean, only one way to find out. Take me to the end. Hello, game? Jesus. The game kind of imploded on itself. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot we did that. So where's the gateway? Oh, there it is. All right, land it. Land good. Ugh, there we go. Good stuff right there. All right, so what are we looking at out here? So there's Glow Rose, there's End Inferium. The items in your terminal are just begging to be used. Yeah, I gotta find something to do with all of that. I know about that. Strange terrain generation time. Oh, did I not bring my nature compass? Oh wait, I got it. So part of the reason we're here is because we want to find an N Highlands biome. Which is somewhere in that direction. In fact, it's very, very close. Now, I'm not an expert on unobtainium. I don't really know how easy it is to find this. Well, luckily, there was a waystone here. So I don't actually have to worry about, placing one down. I forgot to bring one. So, Highlands. I don't know, we could just dig around for it and see if we can find it. Nice pink color. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. There's like, there are special waystones for this. There's like a special waystone. There's also bees that teleport. Now, here's the thing. So, we're looking for a block called Unobtainium Ore. It's found in N Highlands. The Aurora Skybox. Oh yeah, it is very pretty looking. It didn't say if there was any explicit height we could find this. So honestly, I'm probably just going to dig a large tunnel. Ow. I forgot I'm using a jetpack. I mean, to be fair, we only need to find one of these. And besides, we have P8. We can be here as long as we want, digging around as long as we want. I don't know. I only need one or two. You should probably get a feeding upgrade. Dig a tunnel simulator going crazy. Yeah, what was that? What was that one game, Infinimon, that Minecraft was inspired by? Apparently that it was like the entire point of that game was kind of similar to the walls on the Hypixel server when you think about it. Or like it sounds like when they made the minigame The Walls on Hypixel, it sounded like it was very similar to Infinimon, where a bunch of people are spawned in a space in a world where they can break and place blocks, and they needed to like build traps and fight each other. That's not what I'm looking for. There is an evil Enderman. Where's my pocket storage? I didn't bring it. I should bring a pocket storage so I can just store all the endstone. I don't know, I kind of want to go after that guy. Yeah, where are you at? Oh, whoops. I mean, like, don't underestimate these Endermen. Ow. They're very dangerous. I don't know. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's how we're gonna deal with an Enderman. It's like, it's only blue equipment, but that's not a big deal. Alright, come over here. Alright, come on now. Yeah, just stay still. Just stay there. Is there a difference between Enderman and evil Enderman, or is that just what you call them? Gerald the Sage goes hard? Really? He's looking kind of like a fraud right now. Diamond armor, diamond chestplate. I got a shield. I got a shield. So, upon blocking, inflict poison damage for 9 seconds. I don't know. It's like, there's not really a difference. I think Endermen just don't like it when you look at them. I don't really know the lore reason, but they just don't. There was also another waystone right here. I guess I'll take this. Yeah, see, I don't know. It doesn't explicitly tell me what Y level these things spawn at. Countess of the Eagle. It doesn't tell me what level they spawn at. So I'm honestly gonna do what I did in All the Mods 8 and just fly under the island and see if I can find it. It should stick out. I'm not sure if it's, like, more favored to be in an exposed block. Except they might not spawn exposed to air. Well, that's what I want to check. I'm not sure if that's the case. Also, am I not even in the Highlands biome? Whoa. This is an End Highlands. Ah, there it is. I was like, yeah, I'm not. What do you think I was in the Highlands? All right, we're good to go. So now all we need is like biome site. See, look at that. That's important. This is a very important milestone. Now the problem is to get the upgrade to make unobtainium tools. There's a specific item we need from the other dimension. We don't have access to that place just yet. Let me turn this off. Oh, wow, there's just unobtainium lining these walls. Yeah, honestly, I might look for a new chestplate. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of me going into Elytra mode every time I want to just jump or increase my height. I'll probably swap this out for the next chestplate I find. Or I could bring this back. I could bring this back to base and just reforge it. You might be able to reforge it, yeah. Yeah, we've both played modded Minecraft. We understand these things. But to be fair, it's more of a Dunning-Kruger thing. I became an expert in Apotheosis like an hour ago. So I like to act like I know how Apotheosis works. I like to act like I know how it works, but I literally just learned how it worked an hour ago. Because I was like, okay, I can't keep using this Apotheosis gear and still not understand how the reforging and stuff works. I need to actually learn this. Because the bosses in this are very, very powerful. There are very, very powerful enemies we're gonna have to fight. So if I'm not taking advantage of like the best armor and weapons, then what the hell am I doing? All right, so honestly, was there any? Let me open the map. Was there like an end city anywhere? I don't know. I guess I'd have to fly around. Hover mode. Ooh. Alright, come over here. See, what we could honestly do is make like an Enderman farm. I just dug through obsidian for 10 minutes to find an iron vein. I don't know how powerful he is. He could be my most dangerous opponent. He honestly looks slightly bigger than the other Enderman. Is it just me? Yeah, stand there. He's an apothic boss. He's very dangerous. Good thing these guys can't break endstone. Like, that would be very bad. He seems very, very fast and very agitated. Give me, like, a chest plate, preferably. Like a new one. You also, like, stand, like, in the correct spot? Whoa. What did he even drop? Oh, he dropped an axe. Hello there. Unhit, inflict sundering. For 7 seconds. Enemies below 14% max health will be executed. This item ignores 41% of durability damage. It also has Unbreaking 4 and Efficiency 4. 3% plus 3 entity interaction range. 17% crit chance, 27% armor shred, 17 mining efficiency, which I think comes from the efficiency enchantment. So that's way better than my current axe. Yeah, also, I'm just picking up random diamond chest plates too. I don't even know where I got these. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just keep flying around, I guess. Mother Sally? Yeah, I don't care. Would it be cool if Enderman could spawn with blocks that you could not get from anywhere else? Yeah, that'd be cool too, honestly. Or just blocks from other biomes. Like, imagine if an Enderman pulled up with a frog light in his hands. Save me the effort. Save me the effort of having to go find one. I don't know, because I just don't care. I just don't care to go find frogs. Alright, what the hell is that out there? Is that anything? Should I be concerned? What is that? What on earth is that? Oh, shit. Where the fuck am I? Oh, it like teleported me to some other end gateway. Or no, it teleported me back to my gateway. Huh. I mean, this isn't exactly the most interesting end surrounding. It's kind of neat. I don't know, there's like some other bombs that we could find. It would be hard to farm it, but if picking up blocks behavior was changed somehow, maybe a way to convince Endermen to drop what they're holding, it could be balanced. I don't know, do you think like you could just throw a block that Endermen like more? Like, let's say you throw them like an iron or a diamond block or something. Well, I guess that would depend on the block that they were trying to hand you. Like, is that block worth the diamond block? You have to hand them some other item. Like a rose. Imagine if you could hand the Enderman a rose and then they drop the block they're holding and they're like, ooh, rose. Like, that could be an interesting use. Or it could be any of the new flowers. It could be something like that too. You know, give a reason for the new flowers to have some sort of use. Or maybe depending on the flower, it determines what block they'll drop for you. Maybe something like that too. I don't know. It's like, it could be an interesting idea to revisit some of the older Minecraft mobs. And just like, you know, maybe find some more modern features to give to them. There's 625 diamonds inside this thing, by the way. Holy God. Well, we're making progress, and I didn't even have to do anything. So how are we looking on world status? So we need rare leggings, we need a rare helmet, we need to slay the wither, we need rare boots. How are we looking on wither-related stuff? So we have one wither skull, and we have wither skull fragments, but we need more of them. So that means we need a mob farm. So clipboard, what else is going on here? There's also auto crafting. How would Enderman get new blocks? Since Endermen are rare, getting large quantities of these otherwise unobtainable blocks would be a pain. I guess that's also true. Unless it's like you have them pick up a block and then there's a chance they turn it into something else. I don't know. I don't know, it'd be weird. Mojang letting you tame literally everything and letting you finally be able to do the true pacifist run where the credits include Gaster talking and wingding. Yeah, I mean, it's not like they'd ever remove the functionality of taming an animal. Why would Minecraft ever do that? When are they gonna ever, like, do anything for the ocelot ever again? I love the idea of conversion. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, is there Enderman lore? Is there Minecraft Enderman lore? Are they able to do that? Is it established if they can do or can't do that? Alright, I'm gonna go find... I want to find, like, a roguelike dungeon, and we're gonna dive down and just see if we can find anything important. So let me get some torches out. So, where is one? There's one down south. Yeah, this building here is a roguelike dungeon. Let's go see what's going on down here. There's also bricks here. I think before I leave, I'm gonna take all the... I think I'm gonna steal all these bricks. Ow. Wait, was that not shapeless? What did I have this set to? Oh, it set to large tunnel. I didn't even notice. I'm honestly gonna tear this building down and take the bricks with me. Yeah, I want to say that since we're in a higher world tier, that actually changes the loot that spawns. I want that an idea for how to rework the end. It would be like a combination of the overworld and the nether. In a sense that structures and chunks of terrain are from both are fused together. Oh, like the cosmic ocean in Spelunky? You ever played Spelunky 2? What the fuck? Stop that. That was disgusting. Don't do that. I have not. So in Spelunky, there's an endgame area called the Cosmic Ocean. There is a fucking Twilight Forest pickaxe in here. And essentially, it's like the Cosmic Ocean, every level of the Cosmic Ocean is based off a level from the beginning of the game. Hey, there's a blue helmet. I think that's one of the requirements. Yeah, equip a rare helmet. Okay, so we can find rare loot down here. Also, one thing I know is that if you can kill these things fast enough... Ew, stop that. If you can kill these... If you can get to the spawner fast enough, you can actually light it up before mobs even get a chance to spawn. There's a baked potato. There is another... There's another rare chest plate. Holy shit. I'm finding it interesting that Twilight Forest stuff seems to be spawning in these chests. It's almost as if they don't want you to go to the Twilight Forest. As if there's no reason to go there. Like, have they done anything to make the Twilight Forest actually worth being in? It's not like they've even finished the Twilight Forest. I doubt it's even done. Because they're never finishing that mod. They're never adding the final boss. They're just gonna keep updating it to new versions of Minecraft. It's like, what would the final boss of Twilight Forest even be? What would they even put in there? So we have a good leather tunic. Even though these things are like, they're inferior tools. However, I should take them solely because... Why do these guys keep poisoning me? Stop that. I want to take them solely because... God damn it. I want to take them solely because I can break them down. Ow. Wow, why was that poison so fucking aggressive? Actually, I don't need to eat that. Why was that poison so fucking crazy? Ooh. Not bad. That gives us boots. So now we need leggings. Yeah, honestly, this was the play. Like, just running through one of these floors. The Apothic Ascent makes enemies deal more damage to you, I think. Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. I didn't even think about that. It's making the mobs stronger, too. Spider. Invisible spider. Ooh, a gem. Alright, give me some leggings. There's like some nice tools and all, but not something I care about. We'll break that. We'll salvage that. I think I've already got... oh wait, those are normal leather boots. Whoopee cushion. This backpack is almost already getting full. In fact, this is the backpack that's supposed to be on my back. I don't know, I'm carrying the backpack on my side. I think they have armor piece at least, or armor pierce. I don't know, I think it shows us that. So if I show detailed info, So mobs currently now have +8 armor and +5 armor pierce. So I guess you'd be right. They do have some improvements to them. I'm gonna go check out what's in the other direction before I descend the floor. There's a jukebox here. I might take this. Actually, no, I already have a jukebox. What I'm looking for is a rare tier pair of leggings. What the fuck? Who the fuck was that? That was honestly scary. Who the fuck even was that? What was that? That dude's texture was just not working. I wonder what mod was that from? That dude's texture was just all kinds of wrong. There's 13. I don't really care about that. Creepypasta zombie villager. Bones. Carrots. Nothing useful. I mean, there's lapis lazuli armor, but honestly, I don't really want it. And then there's like ordinary chainmail armor. It was the Pepto-Bismol guy. Yeah, he did have the colors. He did have the color palette. All right, let's go this way. We can drop down a floor now. I just want to find the rare leggings, and then we can activate the next world tier. Or maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't know. It's like we need to make sure we have some good equipment first. Angler's hat. I don't have... Oh, here we go. Ow. Oh, shit. Alright, so our only requirement now is to slay the Wither. And then we can get World Tier Summit. And then after that, there's World Tier Pinnacle. Now, I don't know, like, do legendary enemies start spawning in this tier? Maybe. We'll find out. But, like, I like this World Tier system. I do like it. I think it's a bit... It's more balanced. It's more balanced than how they originally did this. Like, if you saw how they originally did this, you'd think, like, this is diabolical. Like, how unbalanced it was kind of crazy. All the mods 9 and 10, like, what the fuck was even happening? So, we have some of this. Like, there's a lot of stuff we can break down here. Yeah, all this equipment that is we're not going to be using. There's also, like, some extra diamond boots. Just making sure I'm not ditching anything I actually kind of want. I don't know. It's like auto smelting. I don't see this as important. Give me that. All right. I even got a wooden plank out of it for some reason. Yeah, we'll see what else we can do with that. So there's like a reforge station. Simple reforging table. So smooth stone. Well, how on earth are we going to get all the smooth stone we need? It's not like we can get it in the fraction of a second. I'm far too powerful now. Can you get rid of that blue? What was it? Reforging station. Can I try to explain my idea for how to rework the ends? A little complex. Yeah, go for it. I'm used to people sending me walls of text. Ash has primed me for this moment, so talk away. We've gone 0 streams without slandering him, by the way. So with this reforging station, we need these things. These are called Sigils of Rebirth. And we need to make gem-fused slate. This is what fuels the reforging station, so we can get higher tiers of stuff. Now, I don't really know how to increase the rarity of an item. I don't really know how to do that. I think what I'd want to do is maybe give like a new reforge to this Aldemodium sword. Something like that. The basis is conversion of one place into some twisted version of itself, then stitching those places together to make a warped and jagged terrain. It'd be kind of like the Farlands. It'd be like the Farlands in Minecraft, or in like older versions of Minecraft. Do you get to a point where the land is just so corrupted and twisted? I don't know. I like that the end has its own sets of blocks, though. I do like that. I do like that the end kind of has its own block palette. I don't know if I want a dimension that is just composed of jagged pieces of the other biomes. Of the other dimensions in Minecraft. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Was there something else I needed? So it's like the salvager at apotheosis. So sigil of rebirth. So you would need this. It needs to be actual deep slate. So cobble deep slate. Kind of, yeah, but more jagged and sharp. With spaces between the pieces of biome. Is it still like floating island-like? Is it still like a floating islands type world? Or is it like not like that anymore? So we'll need a sigil. And then we'll need to make... We'll need more of this dust. Alright, so we'll need to break down some gems. Some gems that we don't really want. So these cracked gems... We can find more of these. They're not terribly important, so we'll break some of these. So get rid of this, and this. That gives us 9 gem dust. So that makes 6 sigils of rebirth. I don't know, it's like, this is interesting exploring a new mod, alright? And sadly, we don't have a way to increase the power. So 22, 22.75. Mob drops will teleport to you. Don't ask me questions. Hi, Tyler. How are you today? Sigil of Rebirth. So this, the Reforge costs, oh, okay. So it costs sigils of, it can cost multiple too. 2 enchantment levels. There's Sundering. There's Bleeding and Sundering. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm doing good. I mean, that's kind of neat. What happens if I try to reforge it again? So there's like some other stuff. On hit, you gain speed. That was a question. Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for you to catch that. Yeah. Yeah, I got your ass there. I was like, is he gonna acknowledge it or not? Yeah, I'm kind of like just seeing what stuff we can do here. So Caustic Aldemodium Sword of extreme length. And what about this? Berserker. Upon hit, inflict bleeding. Personally, I think this is good. What can we do for the pickaxe, however? So this iron tool has iron effectiveness against all blocks. Block drops teleports you. This tool has iron effectiveness against all blocks. Well, on block break, gain speed on for 16 seconds. There's also just higher mining speed. Like, I'm noticing this. Destructive Vibranium Pickaxe of the Singularity. Might go for this. Seems useful. It seems useful. I don't know. You can do this to mecha suit equipment, by the way. You can do this to the mecha suit, too. Which is, like, one of the endgame pieces of armor that you can obtain. Yeah, so we'll just have to keep collecting more equipment. We're just going to have to keep collecting more stuff to make more equipment. Was there any other extra stuff here? There was this. Yeah, this backpack here has some random garbage in it. I'm having more ideas while explaining my previous ideas. Yeah, that's normally how it is. I get it. That's normally how it is. You kind of have like a whole wealth of ideas that you kind of want to explore. Experience diamond shovel. Yeah, these 2 items can also go. So toss this garbage away. Thank you. What else needs to be done now? I mean, I am wearing an awesome set of armor. I am wearing some great stuff. So I think what I want to do, what I'm interested in doing is like maybe getting to this mob farm. Maybe finally doing something with this. I don't know, it's like what I said I wanted to do. I wanted to get rid of this. I really don't think I like this. I might actually remove this. I really don't like this thing. I don't know, it doesn't fit the vibe. Is it better than solar armor? We're gonna find out. Yeah, one of my previous ideas that the end would be almost empty, but there was some process to carve out terrain in other dimensions and transport it to the end. Oh wow, that'd be really weird. Oh, there are secrets in here. There's like 2 gold blocks. Yeah, remove all this. Remove all this. I don't have an axe. Or no, I do have an axe. I don't know. I think, like, I don't think I intend to mess with mine colonies. I don't think I intend to use mine colonies in this playthrough. Because, I don't know, I don't really vibe with it. I don't think it suits, like, what I'm trying to do. It doesn't suit my use cases. Like, building a colony with colonists that are completely dissected away from all of my machinery. I don't know. It's like, if anything, if I want to add any sort of life to this place, I'm just gonna grab some villages. Some villagers from the town a couple miles from here. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Alright, get rid of this. There's, like, wool stairs for some reason as well. There's also an emerald block down here. Let's also get rid of this. Yeah, it's like, I don't like this. And we're making anti-progress, by the way. I'm destroying things instead of creating. This is very unprogress. Let's remove... We don't need that. There's, like, some random barrels here, too. Don't need this either. Get it out of here. We had a build tool. Or no, did I make that, or was that something that we always had? I guess we'll never know. Whatever. I guess we'll leave that there. Another idea I just had related to this conversion idea is that in the past, other people tried to do it without knowing what would happen, and it sucked up their entire energy stores. What the fuck? Wait, is there a backstory to why the end is the way it is? Is that what you're trying to get at? Alright, we'll leave that in there. Never to be used again, most likely. So, P8, give me that back. We're most likely never going to use that again. My internet sucks, it just really, really sucks. Convert very large sections of terrain into corrupt versions of itself. I mean, the ideas you're spitballing are kind of interesting. I'm, like, thinking about it, too. Alright, so I think one thing we could do... It's like, I don't think I want to use dirt. I want it to be, like... It could be... I'm like, what kind of roads would I want to make in this town? I think we could go for, like, something deep slate, and then it's separated in, like, an outlined road. I don't know. I'm trying to describe what I'm saying. It's going to be, like, smooth stone, and then inside it, it's, like, a road composed of a certain palette. I'm not sure what that palette is, though. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. One thing I want to add to the side of this house is that I want to turn this. I want to make, like... I want to make villager traders. So, essentially, instead of my villagers sticking out in the open, we're going to make small boxes to store them inside. Do I have more glass? We're going to do something like this. And we can go grab more villagers if we wanted to. We'll make 13 of these for now. What else? There's an auto trader, but I don't think that's important. Not for now. So now, instead of having our villagers outside in the open all vulnerable, we can instead store them inside one of these convenient glass boxes. Allow me to demonstrate. Alright, we can put you in here, and then now we can interact with it without any zombies touching it. Without any zombies worrying, like, without any zombies trying to touch this villager. I want to say we can even make, like, a zombification chamber or something like that, and make the trades inherently cheaper. But I don't know. I don't find that too important, considering that we can get emeralds so easily. Alright, there we go. Give me a second. I'm back. Convert very large sections of... Yeah, I've already read that message. I don't know. It's like... I don't think I have a problem with how the end looks. I'm fine with the end being its own dimension with its own enemies and buildings and blocks. I just think that beyond fighting the Ender Dragon and going to the end islands, it just seems kind of barren. I don't know. There's not really anything to do in between finding the end cities and just walking around in the end. There's nothing in there. It's not as fleshed out as the Nether. Like, in the Nether... Even before 1.16, I felt like there was already enough to do inside that dimension that felt meaningful. Obviously, when the Nether got the huge update in 1.16, there was a lot more worthwhile inside that dimension. Especially with the piglins. I wasn't completely sold on piglins at first, but then, like, I grew to like these guys. I don't know. I think there's in the Minecraft community, it's so big. A lot of people have different opinions on what Minecraft should be and what direction it should head in. Personally, I've said this like over and over again. I don't really care what they do with the game at this point. It's like they can add as little as they want every update. Like now they've been doing these very, very tiny updates that come out every couple months, which I guess is fine. It's totally fine. It lets the modding community just kind of stick with one version, which is great. I would imagine extremely large circular terrains, and in the center of them there was a village or something with a massive crater or extra corrupted section where the incident happened. Me trying to find people playing Peak with viewers also high. Hi Astro, welcome back. I have not played Peak. I don't know. It's one of those games that it's like, oh, people only play this game to just kind of have a laugh with their friends for one session and never touch again. I don't know. I normally don't play those types of games. It's like I entertained the idea because Jaina bugged me enough about Lethal Company, and I played it like for a couple days, and I was just like, this game's all right. She tried to get me into Phasmophobia too, and I just wasn't really into it. I guess like most horror games, I just don't find them mechanically interesting. Friend the slop. Funny enough, I know where that word originated from. And that it came from a tweet that was a joke. That tweet wasn't meant to be taken seriously, by the way. I don't know why that word became normalized. I don't know why that word was maintained among like the Twitter circle. Because that person was just like shitposting. That person didn't actually mean it. Well, you know, for some reason, it's like, you have to read the replies to the tweet. You ever open a tweet where someone says something really stupid, and then they're just like, in the reply, it's like, oh, I was joking. I didn't actually mean anything I said there. But it's already too late. Everybody already just thought you were an idiot. I could go get more villagers, and maybe we could trade some more stuff with them. I don't know if there's any, like, interesting trades we can get from villagers. I don't know. Yeah, what else do I need to get done? I think, like, I'm out of quartz. Hostile neural network. Well, okay, this is why we keep a clipboard. So, nuclear power was something that I was also thinking about. We have more uranium. I think, like, ore tripling might also be something we should think about, too. Like, make a system to triple ores. I don't really remember how to do that. It's something, I think it tells me. It tells me somewhere in this quest line. So, in this large, like, abomination, where is it? So, we have enrich, then we have a smelter. I'm not going to use an energized smelter. I'm just going to use an all-the-modium furnace. That is way more effective. So, well, for the quest's sake, because it really wants me to make one, let's make an energized smelter, which will just require one of these guys. One of these guys, which are really, really easy to make. Steel is really, really easy to make. It's disgustingly easy to make. Alright, so there we go. Enrich, then smelt. So now what we need to do, we need to make something called, we need to make oxygen for a purifier. So for the next tier of ore processing, we need purifiers, and they'll need oxygen. But I know people playing Barony. You know what? I think Nate tried to get me to play Barony, and I didn't really have the time to play it. Not to mention, whenever Nate asks me to play something, when I'm ready to play it, he's just nowhere to be seen. He, like, ding-dong ditches me, but when it comes to playing video games. that's how Nate is. I don't know. Well, okay, I'm one to talk. I feel like I've ghosted Joel, like, 3 separate times when he's wanted to play Minecraft with me. I feel like I've ghosted him like 3 separate times, and he knows. He's like, what could you possibly be doing? Every time I kind of miss out on hanging out with him, he's like, what could you possibly be doing? You quit your job. He's like, why do you have less free time now that you've lost your job? And I was like, I didn't lose my job, I quit. All right, anyway, what it also wants from me is to get an electric pump, which that is pointless considering that you can make a sink and you can use the pipes mod. We don't need that. So, purifier. Yeah, these things seem simple enough to make. So what we're gonna need is an oxygen. We'll need oxygen, which comes from an electrolytic separator. This is the first piece of the puzzle that requires iron dust. I think what I can do, I can take this and just... Oh, wait, no, I can use the ore hammer on this, can't I? So if I do this... Yeah, so we can just keep some iron dust in the system. Oh god, electrolyzer. Yeah, the electrolytic separator. This is for ore tripling. Like, ore tripling is pretty good for our purposes, okay? I would say it's pretty solid for our purposes. I also would like to note that we are out of iron. We're just straight up out of iron. So we're just gonna do this. I don't even care about ore doubling this. I just want iron right now. All right, here we go. So we need the electrolytic separator. We're gonna need a purifier. It's not a purifier. The chemistry is consuming me alive. Well, you have to do actual chemistry. You have to do actual chemistry in, what's it called? In GregTech. Purifiers. Oh, it's a purifying factory. Purification chamber. Enrichment chamber. Okay, so purification. So purification chamber, it requires another one of these circuits. So while this is being worked on, I'm going to make some... I'm going to make some of this. So inside the infusing factory, let's just make a bit more of that. So while that's being worked on... So we need one enrichment table. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. I'm going to yap to you while people join my game. Yeah, that's totally fine. Talk about whatever you feel like talking about. I put away all the osmium. Because right now, I need to do a lot of crafting. Because this setup is kind of important. This will help us in the long run. Make the most of our resources. Enrichment. So enrichment table. That leads us to control circuits. Which, that was actually really, really fast. And then what we can do is turn this into the purification chamber, which takes one more of these. So purification chamber. And then what we can do, we could probably make the basic enrichment chamber. So basic purifying factory. We can make an advanced purifying factory. To be honest, the closest thing I've done to chemistry in GregTech is make polyethylene, which is just a type of plastic. Yeah, I haven't done, like, I've barely entered the Steam age, honestly. I have barely entered the Steam age. I know nothing in that game. All right, so let me make sure I understand what we're doing here. So let me just pick this up. Let's organize this wall. Honestly, I'm thinking, like, where do I want to keep this? Where do I want to keep my ore tripling setup for the time being? I guess, like, we can have it in one of the corners. So I need first the electrolytic separator, and I need another sink. The next Sonic game is gonna be mid. I'm calling it. What did you think of Sonic Frontiers? What did you think of Sonic Frontiers? I type something. Or you ever try to type something, but then as you're talking to someone, you start typing the words you're saying to that person, and you don't mean to? Frontiers was good. I wasn't too big on it, and then I realized that, like, the Final Horizon, every update that they added to Sonic Frontiers was just duct tape to try to fix what was wrong with the game originally, and the game just feels really badly put together. I don't know. It's like, it hardly felt like a game sometimes. So what I need is a sink. I'm going to need more water. My teacher yaps about what you said. What you said about what you say is what you type. Yeah, what I say is what I type. Exactly. That's like the psychology of it. As you're saying something, you just accidentally type it. So what I need is more stained clay. I'm gonna need to put this down for a second. Oh, whoops. Oh, it maintains the upgrade. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. No, you have to put the upgrade back manually. All right, that's fine. Molly, what the fuck did you just say to me? What? Barony is getting a new update. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, the thing is, if I want to play anything with my friends, the inherent issue is that you need to schedule those kinds of things. That's why Vault Hunters didn't last super long. The Vault Hunters could have gone on longer. It could have gone on longer if our schedule was aligned, but it just wasn't. It wasn't really happening. That's why I normally just play things. That's why I normally play things just by myself. So what's the best way to do this? How are we looking at config? So it can take things from the top. So we can use a fluid pipe, and then pipe... I need my pipe wrench. I'm probably gonna need another one of these plugs. Oh wait, there was water right there. I didn't even notice. Guys, Danny needs better friends. No, it's like they just have time to... They gotta do other stuff. They're not like me, who's unemployed and has nothing better to do. Alright? They're good people. Am I really just short a block? You know what, one second. I'm gonna take it from this side of the room. Alright. I need to make a flux point. Yeah, it's like Jay and Jaina, they have a kid now. I don't think I've even said that. So they're busy. They have shit to do. Oh wow, that filled it with water really, really quickly. Or no, it was because of what I did before. Alright, so the oxygen is what we want. So in this case, now that we have oxygen, the next thing... Do I have the cables? I have circuit cable. Danny getting PTSD about spilling... What? Spilling secrets? It's not really a secret. I think I'm allowed to say that. Make sure to dump the excess hydrogen. So make this. We're gonna use the actual cables. We're gonna use actual mechanism cables. So purifying factory. I want to say transporter config. I'm thinking about how this works. Chemicals. Can't eject. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Oh, I see. It builds up hydrogen faster. One second. There was a picture. It definitely showed me a picture here. So, oxygen for the purifier. So you can make something like that. Honestly, I'm kind of curious. Would this way work? What if I put the sink down here? Maybe it works that way? Oh, it dumps excess. Okay, good. Yeah, it's like we might need the hydrogen later. Alright, it didn't work that way. This looks really stupid. Just bear with me for a second. I'm trying to figure out, like, the best way to go about doing this. I just accidentally mined the cord. Alright, well, that works. That works properly. Sorry, I'm still thinking about this. It's like, theoretically, hold up. I could put this on the ground. I'm gonna put this on the ground instead. It's like, we can actually make this thing way more compact, okay? We can actually make this thing a little more compact. So I could get away with doing this. Placing the sink down here, putting this on, making sure it's outputting stuff, and then put the electrolytic separator like this. Obviously, it's losing power, so we're going to fix that right now. And then what I can do, I can put this here to distribute the oxygen. And then what's going to happen? So what happens in the purifying, the purifying factory, what happens here is that it takes an ore and makes it into a clump. Then what needs to happen is that you could smelt it, or what you could do is bring it to a crusher, turn it into dirty osmium dust, then in an enrichment chamber, turn it into osmium dust, and that makes more, I think. That apparently makes more of what you want. Let's make a resulting chest. My electrolyzer is so fast compared to... That electrolyzer is so fast compared to Greg. Yeah, I don't really... Is Mechanism in Greg? Is Mechanism in Greg Tech? I don't know. There's like some mods that I didn't realize were in Greg Tech. No. So let's just do something like this. Sorry, 1 second. So we'll need iron 2. We'll have like 2 of these because I don't have a way to input it back into the system yet. I got killed 10 seconds by a rat in Barony. That's how hard it is. Yeah, it's like I think I've always eyed that game on the Steam page, but I never really played it. So I don't know. It's like, God, this is so stupid. So from the front, we input shit from the front. All right. So let's say we've got some iron. We input it from the front. We input it from the front. It might not work that way. It's like Mechanism's kind of weird about this kind of stuff. So what we're instead gonna do is we're going to take a pipe upgrade. We're gonna take an item pipe. Auto input on? Is there an... Wait, what the fuck? There's an auto input? Auto eject. I don't recall there being an auto input. There's an auto eject. What I'm gonna do... Yeah, it's like... It's weird like that, okay? It's just kind of weird like that. So what we're gonna do instead... We're just gonna use this mod. Guess I'm wrong. It's okay. We can't be correct all the time. Just look at me. We can put this back. Let's also... Let's make it slightly faster. We can use a gold pipe upgrade. So if I put this in here, now all of a sudden we're gonna have this, and it's obviously not very fast. So now what needs to happen is that we need to make a crushing factory. Which in fact we might have one in the other room. Yeah, we do. I'm honestly just gonna steal this and use this. So crushing factory. We're also going to make... We're just gonna upgrade it anyway. I don't know. I'm not really using this crushing factory for anything else at the moment. Now, what we can do... I'll put this here. Don't do anything there. Auto-eject this. Now this thing should be working. It's also not using power. There we go. So what that should create dirty iron dust. I don't really remember the exact ratio for what this is converting an iron ore into. I want to say it's tripling it, as far as I know. I want to say this is tripling it. Like iron clump. What is this? Or no, it's doubling the clump. But that's a better ratio than what we had before. I also noticed it seems more efficient to do it to the iron, the raw iron block instead. There's flesh blocks in the nether that can be turned into mincemeat used in food. Oh, you want to hear disgusting? I was watching RimWorld videos because I was planning to, I'm planning to play RimWorld Odyssey when the new expansion comes out. I ended up going down a RimWorld rabbit hole of all these weird unconventional challenges people have done, and someone apparently found a gene. I don't know if that's vanilla in RimWorld or modded in RimWorld, but apparently there's a gene that makes someone vomit, it makes someone vomit rats. So anytime they're food poisoned or the character is nauseous, every time they throw up living rats. So what the guy did was that he had prisoners that he would intentionally food poison and then install the gene into their bodies. So every time they threw up, they would just give them rat meat. They would just give them living rats that they could slaughter for meat, and then they could sell it to people and feed the colony. And I was like, that might be the most diabolical thing I've ever seen someone do for food sustenance. I was like, that is way too much effort just for food. But damn, it was fucking awesome. It's such a cool video. Do I want to just use the enrichment table? Actually, no. I'm going to need more than one enrichment station. I'm going to keep the one in the other room. So we'll do this. We'll improve it, and then improve it again. So we have an enrichment table too. So don't input. And then here we want you to output. Don't output anywhere else. Auto eject. I said auto eject. Or does it need to... Oh, it's... Yeah, it needs to input. And then the furnace is going to go up top. So output to top. All right, so then we should be able to do this. That should power this. Auto sort on. Yeah, it's not particularly fast, but it does work. Let me make sure, yeah, don't output that way. So reset this. From the bottom, you want the input. From the right, you output. And then automate both. Now, as you can see, that doesn't require much power at all. Alright, so this is our tripling setup. This is how we ore triple. This wad of machines back here. I think this is pretty good. So all the ore we've got, I think one thing I want to use this on is probably the uranium that's sitting here in this chest. So all this radioactive ore, we can put it in here. Start converting that. Yeah, we'll probably need to get some speed upgrades, get some energy upgrades. Did you know Greg has Thaumcraft? Why? I mean, I know it has Thaumcraft, but I'm not really sure what its purpose is. I've never used Thaumcraft. I don't really know what it does. Yeah, this'll be very effective. It's like we're at a point where we're gonna need to make this faster. It's not super effective. So what is this? It's using 100 FE a tick. I wonder how much power we're even getting. How much power are we even getting back here? 520? Let me go check the energy cube, honestly. How much energy is this getting? Are we getting from the wind generator? Oh, we're hardly burning anything. Yeah, what the heck? So, okay, look, check this out. So, it's giving us 296 FE. It's outing 720 FE a tick. Or how much is it producing here? So, 296 times 10? Like, times 10, roughly? That's like almost 3,000 FE a tick. Because I want to say there's 10... Yeah, there's 10 wind generators here. So, that's 3,000 FE. How are things looking here? Oh, Jesus! I honestly... It was so dark, I almost did not see that hole. That's... It was so dark. I could not see that. I did not realize that was right in front of us. Holy shit. Hey, there's ultimatium. Yeah, look at that. Look at that good shit. Look how fast it's mining it. It's doing exactly what I needed to do. Alright. Basically, while Greg makes you go insane, Thaumcraft makes your Minecraft character go insane. Yeah, never used it, so I wouldn't know. Alright, so in that case, now that that's functioning properly, I now kind of have a better idea of how much power we're using here. And we're probably due for more power. We're probably due for more power than this at some point. So, what I need... Oh. Okay, first off, that needs to be faster. Yeah, so what we'll need a couple speed upgrades. We'll put 4 on these. We'll put 4 on this and see what happens. All right, there we go. Now, eventually, we're going to need... So it's using 2,500 FE. Oh, Jesus. Okay, maybe it doesn't need that much. Uninstall 1. It might not need that much. Yeah, uninstall 1 more. See what happens. Okay, it's gonna need 1 more. It's gonna need 3. There are energy upgrades too. Yes, there are. I might make some. If we had more glass. It's fine. This furnace is so fast that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if I interrupted with anything. So, energy upgrade. Did energy upgrade take something else? I just noticed that. I was like, did it not take glass? Oh, it takes structure glass. Ew, disgusting. I'm like, why would it do that? I mean, I'm glad steel ingots aren't like a pain in the ass to make. I mean, like, I remember having to have like a whole, like applied energistics setup to like make more of it. Or just like a configuration for it. Let's just put a bunch of energy upgrades in here. We'll have 8. You know, like completely, we'll save on the power here. So how much power is it actually using now? How much power does it actually need? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how much this thing's actually using. Or whatever. But hey, now this thing is working. Auto sort. Why is it not using all 5 slots? Oh, now it is. But hey, now we have several stacks of uranium ingots. What the fuck? Hi, I don't know what name to use. Welcome. Welcome back. I think what we need to look into is a reactor. I think we need to look into making a nuclear reactor. This is the surefire way to make power. If I desire power, we need to go nuclear. Now, luckily, these reactors do not blow up. So we can make one of these without really any problem. What we need is a reactor controller. We're probably not going to need to make like the advanced reactor. We just need a normal reactor. Yeah, I'm just like doing a bunch of stuff to give us more power. Someone else triggered a trap and it killed me and went through the door and shouldn't have fit and it did. Where's the... So here's turbine. No, that's turbine. So reactor controller basic. This is what we want. So to start, we're going to need a lot of iron and we're going to need a lot of graphite. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this and we're going to toss this in here. And as you can see, all of this is now instantly turned into graphite. All right? I'm getting flashbacks from RimWorld when you said nuclear reactor and not blowing up. Yeah, wait, can you make nuclear power in RimWorld? Have I ever gotten far enough in RimWorld to even touch that? I've never thought about it. I was like, there is nuclear power in RimWorld, isn't there? I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, I really need iron, and I don't give a fuck if we're not tripling this. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay? Can you make nuclear bombs as well? What is it? We can make something called the Manhattan module in this game. I don't really know what this is or how to make it. I can understand what... I think I have a general idea of what this is. That is clearly a nuclear bomb. I don't know. We'll drop it on some unsuspecting third world village in the area. We'll need a... Do I need this speed upgrade? We can toss that in there. Make that go a little bit faster. Alright, so what I know I need a reactor controller, which we can make a basic one. It's gonna need 4 casing. We're gonna need to go get more sand, too. I don't really know how big this reactor needs to be. We can make a comparator. We're gonna need some uranium ingots, too. So luckily, I've made some. So basic, this is the start of our reactor controller. All right. Now, what else we need? We're gonna need reactor casing to make the outer shell of our reactor, and then we need fuel rods. I'm still thinking of how big this reactor needs to be. Let's start by making some reactor casing, and then we'll kind of go outside and map what this needs to look like. So reactor casing. Again, like I said, we're gonna need more sand. So I need to continue destroying the outside area. Like, I need to find my own desert. I need to find a desert somewhere. So I don't have to keep doing this, because I keep destroying the lake in exchange for its sand. Well, eventually we can, like, make our own sand. You're leaving, Astro? I'll see you later, then. Alright, I wish this thing had more vertical. It had more vertical ascent. The game crashed. Oh my god! Alright, give me 1 second. The game just crashed. But why are we having so many problems now? Like, we never had any problems like this before. I don't know, I was flying too fast, I guess? I don't really know what caused that to happen. All I want to do is make a nuclear reactor. Yuck. Yeah, let me try opening Discord again. Is Discord functioning correctly? Because when I tried to load this up earlier, Discord kind of just imploded upon itself. I was grinding Project Zombie for a few minutes ago to craft a sword via the blacksmith, only for it to be equal to a fire axe. So what, all that effort it's like, I'm not really sure what the merit in smelting and smithing items in Project Zomboid will be like. If you can just find most of the weapons and stuff you need from just running around. That's the thing. It's like Streets of Rogue 2 also had that issue, where I was like, what makes crafting items and crafting anything better than just finding it out in the world? I don't know, sometimes maybe a game doesn't need a crafting system. Maybe your game doesn't need a crafting system. Not every game needs one. Yeah, sorry, I gotta reload the entire world. I hope I didn't lose any progress. That would be really annoying. Why the fuck should I craft something if you can upgrade, then it'd be a different story? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know all the merits of smithing tools in Project Zomboid. It's like, I guess, like, you just can. I suppose that's the merit. If you want to live entirely out in the middle of nowhere and, like, sustain yourself out in the wild, well, no, even then, you probably still need resources from in town. And by that point, just go find a fire department. Find a fire department, go find someone's garage. Go dig through someone's garage, you'll find it there. I don't know, if you start in Rosewood, one of the starting points in Rosewood, you're able to get a fire axe almost immediately. And crowbars. You can get crowbars too. It's across the street from a police station too. So you get all the nightsticks you want. Yeah, I know how to play Project Zomboid. Oh. What is our status here? It looks like I was just going to get sand. Is that what was happening here? That's what my friend said. Reactor casing. So what do you think, did we lose any progress here? I'm noticing, like, reactor casing, I didn't make any. I still don't have the sand. I have the speed upgrade from before. I'm not entirely sure of your frames. Yeah, it was lagging a little. Sorry, you gotta let it sit for a second. So that speed upgrade was meant to go in there. I guess I just don't have the sand anymore. I think, like, the 10... The 10, I still had that carrot, too. I just got here. I don't know, let's, I guess we'll just try that again. Yeah, I don't really know why the game crashed. I have no idea what it caused. It's not like I was out of... It's not like I feel like I wouldn't have had a rendering problem. Because, like, I didn't go that far. Yeah, I don't know. The game just decided to crash on me. Also, what I need to do is land so I can fly properly. Yeah, see? Look at that. Too many resources loaded at once. See, I just came back like it didn't happen. Alright, there we go. So, we have 4 stacks of reactor casing. I don't know, I ain't a modder. Yeah, neither am I. I don't really know. I don't know what happened. So, what I'm thinking of doing... I'm not really sure, like, where I want to put anything. Like, I'm not entirely sure. But I want to say, like... Oh. Game froze for a second. Jeez, that scared me. I thought the game crashed again. I don't know, it just happens occasionally, alright? Just don't worry about it. I want to kind of have like a wall. Like, kind of signifying a compound in this area. I thought it'd be cool looking. Now, I'm not really sure where exactly this... I don't know, we could put the reactor here. I kind of want the reactor to be outside. And it's like, this could be our first reactor, okay? We can always have a better reactor later in the game. We can always have a bigger and better one. So let's start out with one that's got like a decent amount of space inside it. From what I could tell, it did not make a controller. You know, Danny, I think you like reading Korean manga. Would I? Well, like Korean webcomics? Is that what you're trying to direct me towards? Reactor controller. Yeah, it looks like it did not save it. Omniscient reader's viewpoint. I do enjoy that kind of perspective. Like, many stories like to focus on maybe one person's point of view, where it's like first person or third person, where it's like, it's either the person is telling the story and you view the story from their perspective, or in third person where we're following one person's perspective, but there's like someone narrating over it. It's like, it's not directly from their point of view. It's like omniscient or omnis... I'm not really sure how that word is entirely pronounced. But I think that could be like, that's a fun way to tell a story. You get to hear everybody's point of view. I don't know, it depends on like what kind of secrets you want to keep in your story. Because like, I don't know, like let's say you want to have some sort of twist villain somewhere. Omniscience? Omniscience? Omniscient? Omniscient. Omniscient. Sure. Alright. So, how big is this reactor going to be? So let's say we have the controller right here. We're going to need... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just the initial reactor. We just need some initial power here. So how big is this? Because I want to say we'll have enough for this. If the fandom heard you say that, you'd be hung. What, like mispronounce that? Sorry. So this is going to be a 9x9 reactor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then, do I have my construction stick on me? I don't. Alright, this will be like the bottom part of the reactor, okay? I don't really know how tall this reactor is going to be. We might need to knock this out. Yeah, get this out of here. Point of view, you're learning nuclear engineering. Yeah, we're learning how to build a reactor today, alright? We needed more power. It's like the wind generators aren't enough. We need to do better than this. We need to do way better than this. It's like, it was good just to start our initial machines, but now we're getting to a point where we need more. We need much more. So what we also need is a reactor. Well, let me also read the quest book. Let me make sure I know what the quest book is giving me. There's probably a bunch of rewards from the quest book I just haven't bothered to pick up. I just haven't cared about it. So extreme reactors. Oh. I guess I don't have this quest. I don't know why. Next step is the particle accelerator. We're getting there. It's baby steps, alright? Alright, we also need the graphite. We also need the casing. We're gonna need the extra uranium. This is just for the power. This is for the power source. So, reactor... Can we have port? Well, let me make sure the quest book, I'm doing this correctly. So there's also reactor glass. So interacting with the reactor, there's an active forge energy power tap, and then there's a solid access port. I'm getting a headache looking at the crafting menu. Hey, there's a lot going on here. So forge energy tap. So forge energy tap, a basic one. We need an active one. And then what was the other thing that it asked me for? I've already got the controller. Reactor solid access port. Okay. So this requires a piston, to nobody's surprise, and then it also requires a hopper. And then some... Okay, there we go. I also believe, like, I need to pick up the controller because that also counts towards a quest. I don't know, the quest got all kind of fucked up when I did this. And I'm also gonna need to make some reactor glass. 1 second. I don't know, I do want to be able to see inside it anyway. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll make some reactor glass. I don't think we're gonna use all the reactor glass, but I want to be able to see inside it from one side. So let's put this down. Let's put this down, and then let's put this down. These are like the 3 most important parts, and then the rest of this we just need to fill up. Now, how tall do I want this reactor to be? It's like we could just make a 9x9x9 reactor cube, which I honestly think will have enough. It's like we need fuel rods too and all that other jazz. And also we need a way. We need a way to like cool it. And I think I know how I want to go about cooling it. It could be pricey, but bear with me on this. What kind of build do you normally run when you're playing Project Zomboid? So, my build, I normally go with Park Ranger. Because I can move around faster in the woods, and also I know a couple recipes on to make things with forageables. That's normally the reason, like, I just kind of run around the woods and pick up all the food I want. I don't know how good that is in Build 42. Because I think they completely rebalanced how everything is scored. Yeah, Park Ranger was normally my go-to. I don't know, I think like if I wanted to play a more offensive style, I could go like Lumberjack or like Fireman. Or Carpenter or something like that. It's like the one that gives you better axe proficiency. That's another thing. You get a lot of nice like point spread. You get a good point spread in your skills with foraging, fishing, and axe skill. Because I use axes all the time, like hand axes and fire axes. Perks, if we're talking about perks, so Build 42 completely changed how all the perks are scored. I used to take High Thirst because the thirst wasn't too difficult to manage. There was also Thin-Skinned, because normally if I get injured, I'm probably going to die anyway. So I was just like, alright, we'll play a style where as long as they just don't touch me, I can run this skill and get the free perk points for that. There was also... I think I also normally took Inconspicuous. And I also think I took... What other stuff did I take? I always took Slow Healer and Weak Stomach. Yeah, I think I took Slow Healer as well. Because normally if you get injured, if it's by a zombie, you're most likely dead. And I don't really care. At that point, it's like, who cares? Honestly, I wonder how much all the modium this could net me. Do I have... Where is my construction stick, by the way? There it is. Alright, let's just, let's get a better idea on how we can do this. Alright, and then what we can do... We're gonna need to get rid of this, I guess. Because the nature is in the way. Nature is holding me back. I don't know. How about we make it this tall? I think the reactor could be this tall. Same inconspicuous as goated. Alright, we're gonna need some more reactor casing. However, this side right here is going to be reactor glass because I want to see what's going on inside this thing while I'm working. Alright, so now we just need the rest of the casing, which we should have no problem making. Yeah, there you go. There's that P8. The fucking, it's honestly an amazing food item. We don't need the vegetable stir fry if that's the case, but eventually I'll make it because I kind of want to. So I need some more reactor casing, and I need it to be basic. We are also out of iron. I think it should be a bit longer. Well, we can make it longer later, okay? I know I could triple this, but it's just like I'm on kind of a tight schedule here. I'm streaming this. I also need more sand anyway. I ran out of sand again. Jesus fuck. The game crashed again. What on earth is going on? What the hell just happened? Hold up. Give me a second. There hasn't been like a new NVIDIA driver update, has there? Oh, there is a new one. Third time's a charm? Because like normally when I update the NVIDIA driver, that normally fixes it, but I'd have to stop the stream. I'd probably have to stop the stream to do that. I'm gonna try again. I'm just gonna try to get back in there again. Hopefully I didn't lose. I hope I didn't lose too much progress because every time that happens, bad things could happen. When your game crashes like that, bad things could happen. Yeah, it's not good. I wanted to at least make it to day 100 in this. Like, that was kind of the goal for today's stream, and we were gonna get as much done as possible. I gotta go. That's fine. I'll see you later then. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't become too much of a recurring issue. I think, like, before I stream this, every time I should just check the NVIDIA driver. Because, honestly, I think that normally fixes it every time. But it's like, I would have felt like I would have seen more problems in-game. Because beforehand, I remember when I was playing this, and the game was just running like shit. But no, it was running fine, and up until a certain point where it just crashes. It doesn't show any other sign that it's having problems. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's not ideal. Also, what I normally like to do is I like to share this with all the mods Discord. So we'll do that while the world's loading. Alright, there we go. We'll try that again. I'll maximize the video in a second. Yeah, hopefully I didn't lose too much progress again. That would be so annoying. Because, like, one of my biggest annoyances when it comes to streaming this, is, like, if any reason something goes wrong in the stream and I have to start over, or no, I have to stop the stream, then it separates the VODs, and I find that really annoying to work with. I know people normally circumvent that by just having a VOD channel where everything gets uploaded there anyway, but I like the idea that the live tab is just a good place to store all my VODs. I like that. I like having that. But when they get separated, it gets kind of annoying. That's why I don't really want to end the stream. I might have to put up with this. If it, like, becomes more of a recurring thing throughout the stream. It's not, like, crashing within the first few minutes. It's, like, crashing after a while. I'm not really sure why it's happening, though. I wish there was a way to, like, pause the stream. Because I want to say if I try to restart the NVIDIA driver, it's going to stop the stream. All right, so what's the damage now? We're back on day 81. Oh shit. The game just straight up crashed again. Caused an issue inside the Jeep. Okay, that's very bad. Yeah, that's super not good. All right, I think what we're gonna have to do instead. I have a theory, but it's probably wrong. No, I've had this problem before. I know how to fix it. It requires me to end the stream. That's the problem. And it's like, I know, like, that's really annoying. That's really annoying to do it this way. And it's like, okay, oh, fuck that. See, like, the thing is, I don't like having to restart the stream and it creates two separate VODs. That's why I didn't bother, like, starting the stream up again for the Masochist Mode stream. That's really funny how both Masochist Mode and now all the mods have had a stream where I think I need to cut it off for a certain, under, like, an inconvenient circumstance. I think I might just have to, I might have to call a rain check on this stream. I'm gonna have to go fix this. But fear not, I'm gonna be live tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow, with Bloons. We'll be playing some Bloons Tower Defense. That game does not require any changes to the graphics driver. So we should be able to stream that. Modded curse? Yeah, no, it's like, I feel like this has only happened with, like most of my modded Minecraft stuff. Where it's like, once the GPU becomes out, like once the NVIDIA driver becomes outdated, all of a sudden my like any of my mod playthroughs just don't really function well. They become really unstable like this, and I don't know why. It's never really happened in the past. But yeah, I'll go fix this. I don't know. At least you'll see me tomorrow. But sorry to cut this short, but thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you to my moderators for showing up and keeping everything fixed. Also, thank you for the support that's been shown in the most recent video. I'm still working on more, because I'm still, like, catching up with all the VODs. Yeah, I was meant to reach day 100 this stream. That stinks. Alright, well, I'll go fix it, and then we'll probably continue this, next week. Sometime. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye.